ready for that 157-pound match. It's not the only featured match. We got some great ones coming up at 174, but this one is the 4th edition of Derek St. John versus James Green. St. John, the NCAA champion from last year. He's a senior. Went to Iowa City West High School. James Green, the junior, 157 pounds, out of New Jersey. The workout partner of Jordan Burroughs out of New Jersey. And he's been showing the progress that would come when you have that kind of workout partner over the years.
Well, St. John has just been the epitome of toughness, as I said in the open. 7 defending NCAA champions. He's the only one that remains unbeaten. They've had 9 returning NCAA champions, counting Howe from Oklahoma and David Taylor, of course, from Penn State. But none of the only returning, the defending NCAA champion who's ranked #1 right now is Derek St. John, and you could have got long odds on that at the beginning of the year.
A lot of upsets along the way. You got Jesse Delgado going down. You've got Stieber going
Maple
down
early,
and then of course maybe the biggest shock at 184 for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Guy who's dominated in the last couple of years. Ed Ruth gets beat in the Southern Scuffle, and add on top of that Tony Nelson getting beat right after that by Mike McMullen at rematch of last year's finals. So, these two guys, the history on them is that it goes back to the quarterfinals of the Big Ten championships. Green was holding a 6-2 lead. St. John had a bad knee out there. Green kept on shooting and firing, and in that match that ended up going overtime, St. John was able to go ahead and come back, have a comeback win with an injury, and it took him all the way to the national finals.
And then, since they met last year in the Big Tens, where Green won the last matchup, St. John has not lost since, 27 in a row.
Yeah, and then Green got beat early in the NCAA tournament, and then was able to come back and place.
2-time All-American James Green. He's played 7th twice. The top 8 in every weight class at the NCAAs are deemed All-Americans. Derek St. John, as Jim mentioned, a 2-time finalist. As a sophomore, he's a runner-up. As a junior, he is an NCAA titleist.
A lot of respect here by St. John and for Green's ability to go ahead and shoot straight away. And so he doesn't want to spend much time on the railroad track. See him get off the tracks right there. He's going to go ahead and try to create some angles, circle towards that lead leg. And only time he'll stay in that railroad tracks position here where both hips are square with each other is when he's in the tie. And you get an opportunity to work the head. But when he's free, he's moving. And that's just total respect for that freight train double that Green has.
The coaches talk about the importance of St. John keeping his hands on Green and not letting him float too free. And as you mentioned, because he does have a great shot from the outside. We're talking about James Green, greatly athletic, very accomplished already, a 2-time All-American.
Notice how St. John doesn't go off the mat right there. He just kind of pivots and shucks the head away and just gets that quick angle. Here's short time. There's the shot. This is big.
2 points, no back points. 2 points for Green. Big takedown. St. John's been there before.
He really has. And take a look at that drive, the ability to lower his body onto those legs. Comes all the way back, and St. John just a good job of getting off the back. But they started that sequence with 9 seconds, guys. 9 seconds in that period. They're both on their feet, and Mark Manning's going to look to protest that call to get the back points, but I don't think it's there.
There was a 1 count, but not 2 counts by the official, and that's the way to score at the edge of the mat at the end of a period, because that's the end of the first period. It's 2-0. Manning is challenging, and so you see there the video review. There must be indisputable proof that there was 2 counts and not 1.
Take a look at the activity here. He drives. St. John, with his length, he's able to stay on his feet. He keeps his feet moving, but he gets his weight in his heels, and then it's all going down at that point. So 1, and I think that's a roll-through situation. I think it's a good call, but I just compliment Green on his ability with 9 seconds left in the period going against the national champion, say, hey, I'm going to go all the way with this shot.
Right, the challenge, he lost that challenge, Mark Manning did. The scoring of 2 points takedown, no back points, was upheld. And so it's 2-0. St. John starts underneath to begin the second period.
So what amazes me about St. John is his ability to get that quick escape with that long, lanky frame of his. And he's still in business, so.
1 point escape for St. John, 2-1 in favor of Green.
Now he knows that Green has had struggles in the down position in the past, so getting that quick escape, right? So 8 seconds in favor of Green. If he can ride him, that's just one more way you can find yourself back into the match here if you can't take the guy down and don't give up a takedown.
You talk about the toughness of St. John. This is the second meet in a row he has met one of the top 3 wrestlers in the nation, because they were at Oklahoma State where they had a big win. He won over the number 2 man. Well, here's a shot by Green.
And a great defense here by St. John, right? And he's,
look at those hips.
Oh boy, that is so well done right there.
By Green too.
Exactly, and he was able to roll through. You can see the disgust on St. John's face because he knew he rolled the wrong way on that one.
Great job by Green.
Oh man, this is good stuff.
Good adjustment by James Green. What a great takedown. It's 4-1. The crowd's on their feet. Everybody's been waiting for Green, St. John, number 4.
Okay, still same thing though. Quick escape. You're still in the match, and you've kept the pace of the match high. It's time for Green to try to stay with this a little bit longer and maybe drop in on the leg. No, doesn't.
There's the escape.
St. John escaped.
No riding time to speak of. 24 seconds for Green with those 2 takedowns, and you talked about the quick escapes working to the advantage of St. John. St. John, the NCAA title last year, is behind now, 4-2. With 30 seconds left in the second period, and the crowd is getting riled up.
Well, it's up to St. John to answer with a shot right now of his own, and that's what he tried to do, but you saw how Green was able to go ahead and do an elbow pass right into a deep shot that looked like St. John had fought out for some time, and then Green was able to roll the right way. Here's motion. So dangerous at the end of the period.
Short time, 10 seconds left. We saw lightning at the end of the first period, but
good job of tying up the wrist. Now, if you want a good head hands defense, that's what you do. Go ahead and tie up the wrist. And he immediately chooses down, tells the referee, I want to go down, making a statement.
All right, well, Green has gotten the Nebraska Huskers fans back into this, and he will have to explode out of here to bring them back to their feet again. 4-2, he leads, and St. John going to give him the escape. It's 5-2. There's no advantage riding time for either wrestler.
Yeah, what St. John needs here is 2 takedowns and a ride out to tie the match. That will only tie it.
Remember, St. John won 27 in a row. He won the title last year at the NCAAs, and he is facing the guy who was the last guy to beat him.
But here's the way you continue to do that and make a statement. If you're James Green, you stay on the offense. You've got your man working right into your double leg shots. If you can get low, you can score. And it's too early to be able to shut it down right now. And Green,
it really is, because he's really backing up, and I thought there would be that. And the warning came from Michael Chase, the official. There's your first warning, and there's 1:21 left in the third period.
And I think that's what the Nebraska coaches would argue that he's pushing into him. But St. John will do this. He'll keep the activity, and then he'll go ahead and take that shot right there. I thought it was there right there, and he missed it. Right there, as he went after it. Look at that, snap down.
2 points, takedown, Green, his third one.
You talk about hammering down on that collar tie after the shot. Just well measured. Wow. 3 takedowns against the national champion.
James Green, the last to beat Derek St. John, last year's Big Ten tournament. Could it be that he's the next one to beat the NCAA champion as well? He's out in front, 7-2. James Green, ranked number 3, trying to take over number 1. Escape, 1 point, 7-3. 45 seconds left in regulation.
Take a look at Green now controlling the inside tie and the wrist right there. Really, St. John has had a difficult time, but what's impressed me is that when St. John has committed to the shot, Green has been right there with the scoring opportunity with the short defense.
25 seconds left. And another takedown for James Green.
Wow. Wow. Memorable.
Escape.
Single leg attempt there. Short time.
Takedown, Derek St. John, a little too little, too late. 9-6. The final score, 9-7, 9-6. The final score, big win for the 157-pounder. They're 2-2 in the 4 matchups.
And the last of the NCAA champions, defending champions, has gone down.
9-7 was the final score.